Good kill, good kill. Hey, good kill.
Hey guys, just letting you know that we are running a sale until the 1st of January, 20% off all merch with the code DISRESPECT at checkout. That's all caps DISRESPECT until the 1st of January for Boxing Week. Alright guys, let's get started with the video. Hey guys, today's episode we're going to the Mirage against 5 Mig-29Ss. There are Fox 2s in this fight, no high off-bore sights, and we're going to see how it plays out. I mean, it could be pretty interesting, or I could get absolutely annihilated in the first turn. I don't know how it's going to play out, but we're going to find out. Either way, it should be interesting, so let's see what happens. Now, if I know these MiGs, they're going to fire at me at the Mirage here, so I'm just going to roll out these Fox 2s. No countermeasures, just over G. That was 3 missiles right there. Wow. Alright, I feel like the DCS gods are with us today. I just dodged all 3 of those Fox 2s. A little bit of a pucker factor there. And we're going to go ahead and come around. I got 3 MiGs high altitude right above me now. And I only got 4 Sidewinder 9Ms, so I'm really trying not to waste them. I do want to keep my energy state a little bit faster as we go. I'm just pulling Gs here to get this missile off. Fox 2, let's lock up this other guy. Fox 2 on him. Splash 1. Splash 2. Alright, there we go. Where do those 3 guys go? Okay, 2 of them low. And, okay, there's the 3rd one, just a little bit higher. So we got 2 of them in formation together. And, okay, I can see all 4 of them there. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. And looks like we are in a rate fight. That is not a raid fight or a rape fight. It is a rate, R-A-T-E. And that's degrees a second through the turn here. Now, I have that one bandit high, and he's a little bit concerning if I'm being honest, but I'm just going to focus on these 3 guys here. Alright, let's kill this last guy. I might be able to get a shot off at him. Get the nose around. No, he's pulling too many Gs. If I shoot here, I'll miss for sure. But maybe here. Fox 2. And guns on this guy. I hit him. Whoa! Dude, that Mig tried to kill me. He tried to do a kamikaze there. Alright, we took 1 down. I think the Fox 2 missed, so there's still 2 MiGs out there. Fox 2 on this guy. That'll miss. Okay, hit him with guns. Go and finish him off here. Looks like he's dead. And this guy's got a missile off at me. Missed. I think this is the last MiG. I just saw his buddy crash underneath him. This is the last guy. You can see that other MiG smoking high. I don't know if he's still in the fight or if he's trying to get out of here. I gotta keep an eye on him. Got this guy locked up. I think that smoking MiG is out of the fight, but just got to be careful anyway. Dropping some flares just in case he tries to recommit to the fight. There he goes. He's still flying. I think he's out of the fight. He's just trying to fly straight and get out of here. This guy, I beat him in the vertical fight, and it's just a matter of getting some good angles, sitting at a good aspect behind him and killing him. And I think right here is good. What goes up dies, And he climbs against me with a bandit on a 6. And that's one dead. Now he's dead. One dead MiG-29. Alright. That actually worked out okay. Where's that guy who was just flying away? Oh, there he is. Alright. Coming up behind him now. And he saw me and ejected. He punched out as he saw me pulling up behind him. Can't blame him, already in a pretty damaged MiG-29. And that was the last MiG-29, Splash 5. Alright guys, let's do our quick Tacview review. Before we do this, I just want to point out, I think it's pretty obvious, but I'll just say it anyway. These are AI MiG-29s, and that's why this was possible, just to have a little bit of fun. That's all we're doing. If these were 5 competent MiG-29 guys, I promise you this would not be possible. Alright, if they're the same skill level as me, or you, if you're doing this fight, it's going to be very, very difficult, near impossible. In fact, a 2v1 situation they should win, not a 5v1, right? This is only possible because it's AI. Okay, let's go and look at the one thing that I think everybody's really interested in. Look at this. And let's turn off labels for just a second. I'm pulling 6 Gs through this entire thing. Let's see how close these missiles come. 31 feet. Now, I was under the impression that, you know, proxy fuses were a thing in single player. This is single player. So, you know, I heard that multiplayer doesn't have proxy fuses because of the ping, but single player should. Now, these are R60 missiles. That's something to keep in mind. There's no high off bore sight here. If they had R73s, I would be dead. There's no way to even get to the merge against AI with R73s because they shoot at you before the merge. And if I had 9Xs, they would be, assuming that I, you know, survive the merge somehow, they would be dead very quickly if I had 9Xs. So just to make the fight interesting, there's no high off bore sight, which relegates the MiGs down to the R60 and me down to the Sidewinder 9M. And you can see this first missile comes to 31 feet. The second one to 32 feet. And the third one, I think 41 is going to be what we're going to take as the closest. Yeah, 41 is the closest I see with that one. So, R60s. You can beat them with a roll. No countermeasures, right? Alright, so we can put the labels back on, I guess. Alright, so then, you know, this is the merge situation. I got 2. In this, at this point, it becomes, you know, dividing it and so that your brain can keep situational awareness as to what's going on. So I know we got 3 guys over here and 2 guys breaking off. Now I really want to go for these 2 guys because they're going to have the most separation from me. And hopefully these guys stay high long enough that they're kind of out of the fight is what I'm thinking. So it's really just a delegation of, you know, who's the priority threat and who can I get a shot off easier. The more of these guys I clean up, the faster, the easier my life will be, right? So as I see these 3 guys, you know, shoot down over here, I know that they're not in a dangerous position to me. They still have to go all the way around the circle to take shots at me. These 2 guys look like priority targets here. I can clean these guys up nicely. There's a Fox 2 and Splash 1 MiG, and then there's the second Fox 2 splash this guy. Now all of a sudden I've taken care of this group here, and I can just focus on these 3 guys over here. Right, and at this point we're in a rate fight, and I know that as long as I can keep all 3 of these guys in this turn fight with me, and they're doing this and I'm doing this, I'm safe as long as I can keep all 3 of them here, because as soon as, you know, one of them breaks off and starts doing something else, it's going to be hard for me to track 2 guys and find the second guy. He'll shoot a missile at me, etc, etc. From here, if they fire an R-73 or an R-60, the R-60 can never pull these Gs to hit me, and R-73 can. So as long as like I know they don't have R-73s, I'm safe, right? And so I'm just keeping them in this turn fight here until I can come around onto their 6. And this is the dumping of the nose here in order to get a little bit more rate. You can see I'm pulling up to 21, 22 degrees a second here, and now I'm sitting nicely behind them. And this is where things get kind of tight. You know, as I come around, I get a good, I think I'm just a little too close here for this Sidewinder because it misses there. I hit this guy with guns, and then this guy tries to like kamikaze himself into me and narrowly misses. And so then I just stick with this guy because I know this guy dove off, right? So I gave him a couple more rounds, and then I'm like, this guy's not going to be a threat. Let me dive after this guy. At least this guy's just going into the vertical. So I come down here, and Fox 2, and unfortunately that Fox 2 actually misses. And so I just managed to put guns on this guy, and I think this is the guy who starts smoking. A couple of flares just because I wasn't fully, you know, aware of what was going on. I was focused on this guy, and as I'm focusing to put guns on him, I'm dropping flares just in case that other MiG who, you know, got away from me is gonna Fox 2. And look at this, that's exactly what he did, right? So I think I was saved by those flares. This guy's been hit. I'm gonna switch over to this guy. I assumed he was dead, or at least out of the fight, right? Because he was hurt pretty badly. And I just start fighting this one other MiG, start turn fighting him, kill him, and then I commit onto the last guy, and he ejects, and he's dead. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 MiGs dead. So, all right. Again, this is only possible because they're AI. You know, let's just keep that in mind. It's just the reality of AI. They're just never going to be as good as real people, at least not until we get some sort of extremely intelligent AI in the world. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.